guys. It's a historic night tonight. We're going to retire the number 42. That is the number that Kyle Fossman wore between 2006 and 2010. Retiring a number is a very, very historic thing. It's only happened 4 or 5 times in Alaska, ever. No one on the boys basketball team will ever wear this number again. It's a pretty significant thing. We want to start the process of honoring our great athletes who we haven't honored so far in all these years. We've got our own Sarah Swinton. We've got Carl Blackbirch. Both those two are in the Alaska High School Hall of Fame. Over the last several months, I've heard many, many other names that went through the Haynes programs that were fabulous athletes. This isn't just for them, it's for the kids that are here now, to aspire to greatness, to celebrate with pride what their school has done in the past. It's an amazing and important event to do these kind of things. It's our vision, the school and I's, to start a sports hall of fame where we induct different athletes who have accomplished some greatness and character, et cetera, into this to start this process from here on out. I'd also like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Ginger Jewell, who without her giving the okay on this, it would have never happened. Yeah, let's give her a round of applause. The next group I'd like to thank is the group of letter writers who wrote the petition on behalf of Kyle Fossman. It's an amazing and powerful list of people who stood up, and each one of them to a name did this with overwhelming joy and intensity. To start with, Jonathan Price Tompkins, Alaska representative. He is a gigantic Kyle fan. You can hold your applause so I get through the list. He is an amazing Kyle Fossman fan. He even sends them like groupie fan letters. It's amazing. The guy loves it. Robert Casperson, the Juneau Douglas High School boys basketball coach, is a huge advocate for Kyle. Gary Matthews, who ran ASA for 20 years and just retired this fall. He was the boss of all sports in Alaska. He helped me step by step through this process, and he loves Kyle to death. Andy Lee, the Sitka head basketball boys coach, another huge supporter of Kyle. Our own Brian Elliott, who was the first person to bring this idea forward. So a special thanks to him because he's the first person that started approaching different people in the school. We need to do something for Kyle Fossman. We need to retire his number. He started bringing the idea forward. So he was the girls basketball coach during Kyle's career, and he's the closest person that really didn't have a dog in the race. So he's a fabulous and important part of this whole puzzle that's gone together. Ryan Falvey, one of Kyle's teammates, amazing kid, was in Kyle's wedding party this summer, and he's a very successful social entrepreneur. Rob Goldberg, our very own local artist, planning commissioner, and basketball aficionado. He wrote a great letter. Archie Young, he's Mount Edgecombe's head basketball coach team. Yep. Tom Morfitt from the Chilkat Valley News. Tom really wants us to get back to having our records so that the kids that go through the programs can see them. They used to be up here, Tom tells me, on the wall. So this kid threw the javelin that far. This kid averaged this many points a game. And the kids could look up to that and aspire to match that. And he would really like to see, and I agree 100% on getting that going again. Roger Schnabel, our mega businessman, an incredible supporter, and the guy shows more appreciation to our team than anybody I've ever met. And our own superstar, Parker, really helped us out, Schnabel. He was too screwed up to get his letter in time, but he had good intention. Is Parker here tonight? I saw him last night. partner. Next time you'll get your letter in, then I don't have to talk about you in front of the town. Michael Myers, the superintendent at the time, wrote a great letter. Rusty Osborne, the University of Alaska Anchorage head coach for Kyle for 4 years there. I'm going to call it UA from now on. He is extremely excited that we did this and believes in this 100%. And Andrew Frisbee, our very own, who's in Mount Edgecombe, and he wrote a great letter. I'd also like to thank the Great Panthers for taking the time out and having the patience to sit through this. And I'd like to say that I hope that their players, the boys and girls, get something out of this too. See that this is what we aspire to. We don't always make it. I played in the NBA for 10 years. I was never great. And many times I wasn't even good. But every single day, I stood next to somebody who was great. And every single day that helped me. It was an amazing experience. And so, if you got someone great on your team, you get to talk to them every day. It's an amazing thing. Okay, well, we're here, we're talking about Kyle Fossman, and we wonder why. I consider Kyle the poster boy for this. There's only several factors you look at. Was he excellent at his high school in the sport that we're talking about? Did he excel after in his sport at the next levels? How was he in school? What kind of student was he or her? What kind of person were they? What was their character like? We add all these up and we make a decision, and Kyle's the poster boy. Let me go through this list. It's stunning. 2010 Gatorade Player of the Year in Alaska. That's every single player in Alaska, not by division. Kyle was voted the best player in the whole state by this very honorable group, the Gatorade Players Group, does it for every state. 2008 3A Player of the Year. Honored individually by the Alaska State Legislature for his accomplishments. Led the Haines Glacier Bear boys to 2 state championships in 2008 and 2010. And a note on that, they were 2 different teams. No player who played significant minutes in 2008 was playing on the 2010 team. Kyle led 2 different teams. No Haines boys team had ever won a state championship before this day. My understanding is one team made it to the state finals. Is that correct, Steve? Kyle averaged 30 points a game his junior year and 27 points a game his senior year. He was the high school valedictorian. These accomplishments brought great status and pride to our town. Every time they announced him at the UA games, they called him the Pride of Haines. He created a huge amount of press for the school, including 2 parades. And I don't know if anybody saw the article 2 days ago or one day ago in the Juneau Empire. It's amazing, an amazing article. He was awarded a full scholarship to UA. He was first team All-GNAC, the league they're in, his junior year. He finished his career at UA as the all-time 3-point leader in most in career, most in a single game, most in a season, and most 3-pointers per game. That's stunning. That's amazing. He shot the lights out of it. I can't shoot from 4 feet. And if you look at the UA records, they have top 10 lists. He dons the top 10 list so much that we don't even have time to go through it. But if you ever look on their website, just jump in there and take a peek. And the kid's just on every award. It's amazing. He represented the Glacier Bears at the highest level of character and behavior at all times, on and off the court. He was a team player and well-liked and respected by his teammates. He played with great heart and competitiveness. He played unbelievably beyond his physical attributes. His potential was here and he played here. It's amazing. He's not fast, he's not quick, he can't jump a lick, and he'll kick your butt. And the reason he's not here today is because he's playing professional basketball. He's about this tall. In Germany. Germany is one for those who don't know, Germany is some of the best basketball in the world, and Kyle's doing very well. It's an amazingly powerful sports program, and professional leagues in Germany. He's doing great. Right now, I'd like to call out Kyle's coaches to honor them between his 2006 and 2010 time. And before they come out, I want this to be an honor of all the coaches who have helped here at the Haynes School and have helped these kids, because Stephen and Fossman didn't just help Kyle, they've helped amazing amounts of kids. And it wasn't just athletically. They've helped kids stay in school. And in my opinion, they helped several kids that I've watched in the years stay alive. So when you give them a round of applause, it's not just for them. I want you guys to applaud for all the coaches that are here now, then, and have been there before. By the way, they happen to be Kyle's parents. Stephen and Fossman, come on out. We have an amazingly fortunate thing. We have Kyle's 2 uniforms, his home and away, that he wore when he played here. If you haven't seen it already, if you get the chance, his home jersey is framed up in the trophy cases right as you're going out to the door. There's a little plaque. There'll be more information added to that over time. We've got that, and we consider that a really big honor. And the school would like to also give Kyle the other jersey that we still have as a gift to show him how much we appreciate how much Kyle has done for them and how much he's done for the school and for the town. So, Kat, can you bring that out here? Try not to drop it. I love kids. I don't think he loves me, but it's a start. We obviously can't give it to Kyle. That's what we're here for. But he's in Germany, sleeping like a little baby right now because he's got a big game tomorrow, which is we're 10 hours ahead. So Kate, his wife, was the next person, obviously. She's doing a special program, an internship. She wasn't able to make it. She sends her best to all of us. And Kyle's sister Drew is in Anchorage too. So I'd like to have, to take this on behalf of Kyle, I'd like to have Penny Fossman, a fine athlete in her own right, come out and take it up for Kyle. Let's give her a round of applause for Kyle. We're almost there. The last thing is Kyle wanted to have you read a statement because he's super bummed out that he can't be here. This is Kyle's words. I wish that I could be here tonight. I am extremely honored and thankful for the retirement of the number 42. It means the world to me. I could not have gotten this far in my career without the help of my mom and dad, Mark McNamara, and countless others. The community here in Haynes has been so supportive of high school sports. This makes playing the sport that much more fun because you have a community by your side. I would like to thank everyone that is here tonight. Your support has tremendous impact. Every game that I've played in my post-high school career, I've seen as a chance to represent Haines. Haines is my home. Yeah. And I will forever be a Glacier Bear. So enjoy the game tonight and go Bears! Gary, are you ready? Batman, are you ready? Do you guys got enough voice to count this down? We're going to start at 5. You guys ready? 5, 4,